Hello friends, in this video we are going to learn about law of three stages, or we can say that theory of human progress. So let's start without any wastage of time. Before starting, if you are first time visiting my channel, please subscribe and do share. So let's start. So the law of three stages is the cornerstone of Augustecomte's approach. Comte's ideas relating to the law of three stages reveal that the man is becoming more and more rational and scientific in his approach by gradually giving up speculations, imagination, etc. He shows that there is a close association between intellectual evolution and social progress. He stated that the law of three stages is the three stages of mental and social development. So it is the coordination of feeling, thought and action in individuals and society. So he says that there are three important aspects of our nature, such as feelings, our thought and our actions. Our feelings, the emotions and impulses which prompt us, and our thought which are undertaken in the service of our feelings but also help us to govern them, and our actions which are undertaken in the service of our feelings and thought. For the continuity and existence of the society, there must be some order of institutions, values, beliefs and knowledges which can successfully correlate the feelings, thought and activity of its members. He says that the history of mankind, during which the social order bringing these elements into the relation with other, has been worked out three types of solution. Three stages of development can be distinguished. The law of three stages is an idea developed by Auguste Comte in his work The Course in Positive Philosophy. So these laws states that the society as a whole and each particular science develops through three mentally conceived stages. One is theological, other is metaphysical, and one is positive. So let's start these three stages one by one. So the first one is theological, or we can say that fictitious stage. So in this stage, the first it was the first, and it is characterized the world prior to 1300 AD. Here all the theories, conceptions, whether general or special, be or supernatural, impress. So at this stage, the level of thinking, there is a marked lack of logical and orderly thinking. Overall, the theological thinking implies belief in supernatural power. So this type of thinking is found among the primitive races. In theological stage, all the natural phenomena and social events were explained in terms of social natural forces and deities, which ultimately explaining the everything as the perfect of God's will. This stage is dominated by priests and ruled by military men. In this stage, human mind is dominated by sentiments, feelings and emotions. So every phenomena was believed to be the result of immediate actions of supernatural beings. Explanations take the form of myths concerning spirits and supernatural beings. Man seeks the essential nature of all beings, first the final causes, origin and purpose of all effects, and overriding beliefs that all the things are caused by supernatural beings. So the theology means the discourse in religion. So religion dominates in the state of development. So this is characterized by conquest. So the theological military society was basically dying. So the priests were endowed with intellectual and spiritual power, while military exercised temporal authority. So this stage has also divided into three sub-stages. One is Faithism, second is Polytheism, and third is Monotheism. We study them one by one. First we study Faithism. So the Faithism means inimitate, and ism means philosophy. This is an philosophy which believes that supernatural powers develops an inimitate project. So the Faithism as a form of religion started which admitted of no priesthood. When everything in nature is thought to be imbued with life analogous to our own, pieces of wood, stone, suckle, etc., are believed to be dwelling place of supernatural powers, as these objects are believed to possess divine power. But too many fishes created confusion for people, hence they started believing in several gods. Thus arose polytheism. Now talking about the polytheism, poly means money, so believe in money gods is called the polytheism. Human being received variety of diversity of natural phenomena. Each phenomena was kept under the disposal of one god. So the one god was believed to be in charge of one particular natural phenomena. So in polytheism there is an unrestrained imagination person the world with innumerable gods and spirits. So the people created the class of priests to get the goodwill and the blessings of these gods. So the presence of too many gods also created for them mentally contradictions. Finally, they developed the idea of one god. That's called the monotheism. Now we talk about the monotheism. So the monotheism means believe in single God. He is in all. He controls everything in this world. He is the maker of human destiny. Monotheism is the climax of the theological stage of thinking. So the monotheistic thinking that symbolizes the variety of human intellect and the reason over non-intellectual and irrational thinking. Slowly feelings and imagination started giving place to thinking and rationality. So in monotheism, a simplification of many gods into the one god takes place, and largely in the service of awakening reason, which qualifies the exercise constraint upon the imagination. I give you a simple example. In theological stage, soldiers, kings, priests, etc. was given respect in the society. Everything was considered in terms of family welfare. Love and affection bonded the members of the family. In this stage, social organizations is predominantly of a military nature. It is the military power which provides the basis of social stability and conquest, which enlarges the bonds of social life. These are the three sub-stages of theological stage. Now we talk about the metaphysical or abstract stage. So the metaphysical stage started around 1300 AD and was short-lived roughly till 1800 AD. So it forms a link and is mongrel and transitional. So it's an important extension of theological thinking. It corresponds very roughly to the Middle Ages and Renaissance. So it was under the sway of churchmen and lawyers. This stage was characterized by defense. Here, mind presupposes abstract forces. Meta means beyond and physics means material world. Supernatural being is replaced by supernatural forces. This is in the form of essence, ideas and forms. Rationalism started growing instead of imagination. Rationalism states that the God does not stand directly behind every phenomena. Pure reasoning instinct is that God is an abstract being. Under the metaphysical thinking, it is believed that an abstract power or force guides and determines that events in the world. Metaphysical thinking discards beliefs in concrete God. It is characterized by the dominance of the ratiocination. In metaphysical stage, speculative thought is unchecked by another principle. Human body was considered to be the spark of divinity. The kind of thinking corresponded with the legal type of society, and law. Lawyers and churchmen dominated the society. Law remained under the control of the state. Now talking about the positive or scientific stage. So finally in 18th century the world is entered the positivistic stage. The stage represents the scientific way of thinking. positive thought assures in an individual age. The positive or scientific knowledge is based upon the facts, and these facts are gathered by observation and experience. So all the phenomena are seen as subject to the natural laws that can be investigated by observations and experimentations. The dawn of 19th century marked that the beginning of the positive stage in which observation predominates over imagination. So all the theoretical concepts have become the positive. The concept of God is totally vanished from human mind. Human mind tries to establish the cause and effect relationship. So the mind is actually in the search of final and ultimate truth. So the scientific thinking is truly rational, and there is no place for any belief or superstition in it. This stage is governed by industrial administrators and scientific moral guides. So at this stage of thought, men reject all supposed explanations in terms of either gods or essences as useless. They cease to seek the original causes or final ends. This stage is dominated by the entrepreneurs' technologies. So the unit of society was confined to the mankind as a whole. Vision of mind was broad, and there is no parochial feeling. So the kindness, sympathy, etc. to the cause of humanity prevailed. So this is the ultimate stage in the series of successive transformations. So the new system is built upon the destruction of the old. With evolution come progress and emancipation of the man. Mind gives unity to the entire history of society. For Comte, all knowledge is inescapably human knowledge, a systematic ordering of propositions concerning our human experience of the world. Besides that, corresponding to the three stages of mental progress, Comte identified two major types of society. So the theological military society was dying, the scientific industrial society was being born during his lifetime. So here the main stress is on the transformation of the material resources of the earth for human benefit and the production of material inventions. In this stage, in this positive or scientific stage, the great thought blends itself with a great power. I hope you find this video informative. Thanks for watching.